What's up, everybody? It's Grim, your YouTube Wrestling Figures Heavyweight Champion, and today I'm bringing you a very special clip. It's a video that was not produced by me whatsoever. It was produced by Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret, and it's a video from when I did this panel with them down in Orlando, Florida, the day before WrestleMania, called Internet Darlings. And there was me, and there was a bunch of other wrestling YouTubers all on a panel, up in front of a live audience, a packed house full of people who were all hanging on our every word. They couldn't wait to hear what we had to say about wrestling, WrestleMania, predictions, all that fun stuff. I have a portion of it on my channel right here, right now. You're going to get to watch it in a second. And then all the other guys that were on the panel, all the other wrestling YouTubers, they all have portions of the show on their channels, and those links will be down in the description below. So you can check all that out. You can watch the entire full show. Hopefully, Brian Zane will take all these videos and put together like a playlist. Brian, that's a smart thing to do, man. And I'm going to recap this after you watch this clip, and I'm going to let you know my whole thoughts on this whole thing. Let's do this!
To cover here. We are running a little behind in typical indie wrestling fashion. We are a little late, so I apologize for that. Thank you all for your patience. We have a lot of ground to cover here, a lot of serious topics about wrestling we want to get discussed here. And with eight unique personalities here on the stage with a wide variety of opinions, this could get very interesting. So with that being said, before we get to the first topic, I do want to do some word association here. So I'll name some names, and I want you to respond accordingly. Okay. John Cena. Right. Roman Reigns. Y'all are going to be so mad after Mania. Sheamus circa 2012. Because it was a terrible attempt. Anyway, let's go to the first topic. Will fans ever accept WWE's chosen ones again? And here's what I mean by that. For the last 10 years or so, ever since the rise of John Cena and the Super Cena push, there has been a definite pushback for people who are put in a position of like, this is the handpicked guy, everyone knows he's the handpicked guy, and he's protected in a certain way. Is there ever going to be a point where there is one of those people who we all know ahead of time is going to be a handpicked guy that fans aren't going to despise? No. Well, let's flesh it out a little bit. We got an hour to talk about this stuff. So, okay, well, let's elaborate on that. Why do you think that's going to not ever happen?
Because the way the internet is set up today, it's just, you hate them automatically. If they picked Sami Zayn tomorrow, oh, you guys all want Sami Zayn? Yeah, we all do. Okay, push him to the moon. Screw you, WWE, we hate him. No, boo, boo, boo. And that's what happened.
And here's the thing with John Cena. We all loved him at first, for the most part. When he was first doing his white rapper thing, and people loved that, it was over. Then he started winning. That was great. He kept winning some more. Okay. He keeps winning. Uh-oh. Like, we didn't sign up for this. We didn't sign up for a Superman. We signed up for an everyman, kind of, you know?
I have a really dark answer to this question.
Okay.
When Vince McMahon dies.
Yeah.
Because look at who they're bringing in. Look at who they're focusing on. They're focusing on the people out there in the independent scene who are doing really well, who are establishing brands for themselves. And that's more who they're not even developing. They're bringing him in, polishing him up for the WWE way of working and pushing them. I mean, look at who's in NXT right now. Who's the next Roman Reigns in NXT? There really isn't one that I can think of.
But if they bring in Shinsuke Nakamura and say, okay, you all love him, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, he's our guy. Next WrestleMania, he's taking the title. He's going to hold it for a year. Are you all going to boo him?
No.
Well,
I'll see you in 3 years.
Brian, how can there be the right answer to this question if WWE is not listening to their fans, number one? Number two, every single time we're here for WrestleMania weekend, they only cater to the part-timers. There'll never be another.
Well, here's my.
It's ridiculous.
Well, fans, I think, are fickle. Honestly, I mean, it's not. Don't take this personally, but I think wrestling fans are, by and large, very fickle. We believe one thing 1 week, and then in a couple weeks, you know, something else happens. Like, oh, it's gotten too much, and we push back. I think it really boils down to there needs to be. I think there needs to be better response to what the fans want, but not to the point where fans book the shows. Because if fans book the shows, there's anarchy. If you look at what Reddit Squared Circle does and how they fantasize about everything, it is one of the most chaotic places you could ever imagine. Like fantasy booking, and you know, Adam, I don't want to knock you too much, but the fantasy booking genre is, I'm not shooting on you. I'm saying fantasy booking genre in general. The fantasy booking genre in general does it doesn't take into account things like ego and money and contracts and the whims of an eccentric billionaire at the helm.
You haven't taken my ego into consideration.
Before Adam says anything, look at the mid-card in the WWE back when we were all young. Shawn Michaels.
Hey, thanks for coming.
HBK. You got Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Razor Ramon. Those guys went on to be superstars. Do we have anything like that nowadays? No, they have completely gone away from the mid-card. How can you give anybody a chance?
There's too many guys in the mid card. There's too many
But they
guys.
don't push them. They don't push them.
Yes, they do.
How can you know if you have another superstar if you don't give them the chance?
It's all in the crowd reaction.
The belt has less value now too.
React to that.
The IC championship, when I was a kid, that thing was like almost as good as the WWF championship. Now it's like it's lost. They weren't even on SmackDown the other day. They didn't even make it on SmackDown. The IC belt had no go home segment, I don't believe.
Me and Adam are actually booking promotions right now, right? And when you actually get in that seat, it's so much more difficult. You look through those comments. Grim, how come you're not pushing this guy? Adam, how come you're not pushing that guy?
Grim, why
Adam,
not
how
pushing
come
me,
you
bro?
do this?
Come on, bro.
How much stuff goes on backstage that the fans don't know about, that we know about, that you can't do?
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, just the amount of stuff you have to juggle, like you say, ego, money, politics, everything. But ultimately, WWE, I think, has gotten themselves to the point where I think the key word accepted doesn't matter. Like, if WWE decides someone is the chosen one, they will make it happen. And it has happened with Roman Reigns. Like, he is worthy of a match with The Undertaker. People have accepted that. They don't like his booking, they don't like his character, but they've accepted, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense that he's in the main
And
event.
Justin Roberts just said this exact thing that you just talked about. He just wrote about it in his book, that this is what WWE is doing. Never before has there been so many different wrestlers who have so many different cores of fan bases, like Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. There's all these different groups. They're all doing really well, but they're not blowing up like The Rock or Stone Cold, but there's a large amount that are being sold. So it's never been like that. It's never been spread out like this.
The 50-50 booking, but that's because we want to push Bray Wyatt this week, and next week we want Randy Orton, and next week we want Seth Rollins, and next week we want Ambrose, because like I said, there's so many.
And here's the thing, 50-50 booking is a huge part of it, but it's also the market's flooded. If you look at the mid-card in WWE, it is packed. I would dare say that the talent level on the roster today between both brands
Probably
is
said there was nobody.
stronger than it's ever been. And theoretically, you could put any one of those guys at the top, but the problem is, if you push one guy to the top, others are going to fall to the wayside, and that's just how it is. Statistically speaking, there's no other way about it. I mean, there's people who are going to win and people who are going to lose. Historically in wrestling, there are winners and there are losers. And I think the problem is, I think a lot of internet fans feel so passionately, and rightly so, feel very strongly about their guys, the wrestlers they want to see succeed, that they take it almost to a personal level when their guy doesn't win. Like, this is an attack on me as a fan.
Because then they're getting buried.
Right. It's like, this is an attack on me as a fan and my sensibilities. If they don't push my guy, then hashtag cancel the network. You know, I think the internet has given a voice to everyone, and that's a great thing, but it comes with a lot of responsibility and a lot of self-control. I think you just need to know your boundaries. And let's take one more comment before we go to the next topic.
Oh, I like Jeff Jarrett.
Brilliant! All right. Let's move to the next topic.
Thank Christ people got that.
How mad was Brian? I'm sorry, Brian. Being annoying, I can't help it. I got like the ADD or something, dude. I just can't sit there and be silent while people are talking about wrestling. My fucking lips need to flap. I get triggered. I get hype. I get animated. I brought energy to the panel, and some people liked it, and some people were pissed. I heard everything. All types of feedback after this panel from Grim, I never even heard of you, but man, you were so much fun on that panel. I'm searching out your channels, and I'm going to subscribe because you're awesome. Well, there's 3 channels. This is my action figure channel. I have an entire, like I mentioned with Adam, I have an entire promotion on my Silly Super Pop channel. We run wrestling matches every single day, championships, pay-per-views, paper screws, you name it. And then I have my family vlog channel where it's just my real life. It's just me and my family every day doing the crazy shit that we do. So check out all 3 channels. I'll also put all 3 of my channels in the link in the description below if you want to check those out, because we have a lot of fun. Now, I have one criticism about this show. What's Grim gonna say? What's the criticism? My criticism, it's actually not that bad. The biggest problem I think that people had or didn't realize about this show, and I didn't even think about it beforehand at all, and maybe you guys did and just I didn't know about it, but People heard Internet Darlings live. They didn't think it had anything to do with wrestling. They figured PewDiePie. Everybody was like, oh, was PewDiePie there? Oh, was Roman Atwood there? Well, it was Internet Darlings. No! Fuck! Next year, we fucked up! It's wrestling's Internet Darlings! That's what it needs to be. That was our biggest fail. People, like, I guess they didn't realize it was for wrestling. and I guess they got mixed up in their head. No, what the fuck's PewDiePie gonna know about WrestleMania predictions? Nothing. Cringe. So, next year, I hope to do it again. I hope they invite me back. I hope they didn't find me too annoying. I brought energy to the show, and I made people smile, and I was the only jerk-off to jump off a ladder. And I'll do it again next year from a higher ladder through a table. Who's gonna lay there when Grim Airlines goes to the top, yells "Eat it, yeah!" to the entire audience, and jumps off and crunches through a table for the live audience's entertainment? I hope to see you guys there next week. I thank you guys for watching this video, and please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and if you're not down with that, we got 3 words for you. Eat it, yeah!